February 11, 2025. Mental health is real. Seek help and the stigma. On the news this afternoon. Rivers Attorney General Falana, others react to Supreme Court ruling on Governor Fubara's case. Family of late Maxwell Ebule demands answers from police over his death. Transparency International ranks Nigeria in latest corruption index. On the foreign scene, U.S. President Trump calls for cancellation of ceasefire if Hamas fails to release remaining hostages. I'm Ifechuku Moyle with the news. Now, the Rivers State Commissioner of Justice, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Dagogo Iboroma, has dismissed the claim that the Supreme Court has reinstated Martin Amaewhule and 26 others as members of the Rivers State House of Assembly. Mr. Iboroma said this during a press conference in Port Harcourt yesterday. The Commissioner for Justice clarified that the Supreme Court did not also make any finding on the status of Martin Amaewhule and 26 others.
Was pending in court. Martin Amaewhule and 26 others. While that suit was pending, and Martin Amaewhule haven't defected, they did not inform the Honorable Court that we have defected from the PDP. If they had done so, the court may have taken a different. The principal relief was on the appropriation law of 2024. Now, the Supreme Court did not make any orders reinstating Martin Amaewhule and the 26 others as members of the Rivers House of Assembly. Neither did the court make any findings on their status.
Mr. Iboroma explained the reason for the withdrawal of the appeal at the Supreme Court. He called on members of the public to ignore the false narrative and propaganda being spread.
Now, the appropriation law of 2024, as we all know today, is totally spent and cannot be brought back into operation. So the appeal became merely academic. The appellant in that appeal, in keeping with the time-honored practice of not wasting precious judicial time, filed a notice of withdrawal of his appeal and urged the Honorable Court to dismiss the appeal. Accordingly, the Honorable Court granted the prayers sought. This is all that transpired in the court and nothing more. So it is surprising that Martin Amaewhule and his lawyers have gone haywire in both print and social media to create a false narrative.
Also, the Chief of Staff, Rivers State Government House, Port Harcourt, Edison Ehe, says the case challenging the leadership of the Rivers State House of Assembly and the members who defected in December 2023 is still before the Supreme Court. Mr. Ehe made the clarification on Monday, hours after the Supreme Court dismissed the appeal filed by Governor Siminalayi Fubara against a judgment that voided the presentation and passage of the 2024 Rivers State budget. Mr. Ehe explained that since the 2024 budget has been spent, Governor Fubara thought it wise to withdraw his appeal against the judgment because it will be a mere academic exercise. Now, human rights activist Femi Falana says the Martin Amaewhule-led Rivers State House of Assembly may never be reinstated. The lawyer insists that the lawmakers remain sacked, stressing that once a lawmaker decamps, they automatically lose their seat. Meanwhile, the Martin Amaewhule-led Rivers State House of Assembly says their confidence in the judiciary has been strengthened following Monday's Supreme Court ruling. Addressing a press conference, Mr. Amaewhule called on the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to conduct by-elections for vacant seats in the Assembly.
All 5 seats are vacant, and we've been getting calls. People have been writing to us from the various constituencies, asking us that they feel bad that nothing has happened to fill those vacancies. Let me use the opportunity to call on the Independent National Electoral Commission to do more and hasten the process so that we can have those seats occupied and so that the job of legislation coming from those constituencies can once more be felt by them.
Now, yesterday, a 5-man panel of the Supreme Court dismissed the suit filed by Governor Siminalayi Fubara challenging the appeal court judgment that asked him to represent the 2024 budget before the Martin Amihule Land Assembly. The suit was dismissed after Governor Fubara withdrew his appeal from the Supreme Court. The apex court also reserved judgment in the 4 separate appeals on the lingering political crisis in Rivers State. Justice Owani Abaji, who led a 5-member panel of justices of the apex court on Monday, reserved judgment to a date that would be communicated to parties. The 4 appeals are the Rivers House of Assembly and others against the Rivers government and 9 others. The second case is between the Rivers House of Assembly and others against Governor Siminalayi Fubara and 9 others. The third case is between the Rivers House of Assembly and others against the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission and 9 others. The fourth matter is between the Rivers State House of Assembly and others against the Accountant General of Rivers and 9 others. The cases are in respect of some judgment delivered by the Federal High Court in Abuja, which prohibited the release of a monthly fund to Rivers State from the Federation account, and another that barred INEC from releasing the voter register to the state government for the purpose of conducting local government elections, among others. In other news, the family of the late Maxwell Ebule is demanding answers from the police regarding the circumstances that led to his death. As you may know, Maxwell Ebule, a 35-year-old land agent, was reportedly killed after a group of police officers stormed his residence around 8 p.m. on Saturday in Omagwa community in Ikwere local government area. His widow, Victory Maxwell, a mother of 6, told our correspondent that the officers arrived without a search warrant and forcefully entered their home. Mrs. Maxwell said all efforts they made to understand the reason for the police operation were unsuccessful as the officers forcefully broke doors and windows.
No statements. They just carry me put inside. I was like, maybe they will come in and let me write anything or statement. That's how maybe they did not tell me nothing. They just put me inside cell like that. Even till today.
So what do you want?
Mrs. Maxwell also narrated how her husband was shot by the police while trying to escape through an opening in the ceiling.
That fateful night, I was in the kitchen. He came like I should put food for him. I was about to dish the food when we heard the sound of police pushing the door. I peeped through the window. I told my husband that police is everywhere. They surrounded the house. The ones that passed through the backyard passed. The ones that passed everywhere. They were like opening the window, pushing things down. My husband used his body to wedge the backyard door. So at a point of time, I saw him that he has been very weak due to that. I said, Maxwell, just give up. Open the door. Come out. We have to run to the pigeon hole. We started climbing the pigeon hole. When one policeman now started saying, shoot, fire him. Before you know, they shoot the gun.
Now, she also said the police, after shooting her husband, took her to their station in Omagwa, where she was detained before being released around 10 p.m. She, however, called for justice for her late husband.
One of them said, Madam, Oya, follow us. Since we will not get a husband, we'll carry you. I said, no problem. I followed them. Getting to the road, everywhere, he lost. So they took me to Omagwa division. They now write my name. Now put me inside, because I was the only female there. They put me inside the cell. So as they put me inside the cell, I was like seeing shadow. I was shouting, officer, please. After some time, they now come, who is Victory Maxwell? I said, it's me, sir. He said, I should come out. My husband is looking for me. I came out. Where is my husband now? They said, why am I not wise? I need justice for my husband. And these children they left me with, I will not be the only one to train them. They took my husband by force.
Now, the 6th Division of the Nigerian Army says its operatives have arrested 29 suspected oil thieves, deactivated 24 illegal refining sites, demobilized 11 boats, and recovered over 60,000 liters of stolen product in the Niger Delta region. The acting Deputy Director, 6th Division Army Public Relations, Lieutenant Colonel Danjuma Jonah, in a statement said the operations were carried out between February 3rd and 9th, 2025 in Bayelsa, Delta, and Rivers State. Still to come, NUC raises fee for establishing private universities. Stay with us. Back and now the rest of the news. The chairman of Ahoda West Local Government Area, Yeko Iboro, has unveiled the newly completed and furnished state primary school in Obolobo community. The Ahoda West Council chairman also took a tour of the community before unveiling the school as part of the concluding event to mark his 100 days in office. Addressing a gathering, the Ahoda West Council chairman assured the people of more life-changing projects.
We are committed to our people. I say it time with that number. It is not the money I'm going to make, but it is the name and the joy to put in the faces of our people that has motivated us. Today we are also distributing desks. It will surprise you that even one desk, so many schools in Ahoda West does not have. And somebody said he's from a community and he's a chairman. That you can't give that basic thing to your people. It's pathetic. Today,
the Commissioner for Education, Ovi Chukwuma, who commissioned the school, promised more collaboration with the local government area to further enhance education. The people of Obolobo community thanked the chairman for the project. The event was attended by the Commissioner for Water Resources, Samuel Eyiba, former chairman of Ahoda West, Awori Miller, and many other dignitaries. Now, the management of River State University RSU has denied allegations that some members of staff are aiding hostile racketeering. Speaking with our correspondent, the Associate Dean of Student Affairs, Salome Douglas, urged students to desist from trusting electronic processing agents with their portal login details, adding that the agents take undue advantage of students during the hostile application process.
Lecturers are not involved. Workers are not involved. Without giving the electronic processing agents your login details, there is no way they will have access to your portal. Instead of using your Android phone to pay your fees, you go to them. Even when the university has an ICT center where you can go and do the same thing, most of them prefer to go to these agents. The issue with EPA agents is the students that give them their login details. So when accommodation comes online, they take undue advantage. We have kept money. If anybody tells you that hostel he or she bought for 60,000, that they want to sell it for 100,000, we will give you the money to set up the person.
Now, earlier, some students of the university alleged that NDDC hostels and others, which are officially sold between 40,000 naira and 60,000 naira, are resold for as much as 300,000 naira.
These hostel stuff, they have like a click on the people that have access to it. You have to like meet somebody to be able to like get the hostel. You can't just do it on your own.
Students intentionally book hostels just for the purpose of reselling it. For now, NDDC we are hearing is getting close to 300 and something for a normal room. On hostels that lack water, lack light, these are the plagues that we face. It's bad enough that students cannot access the booking of the hostel except they go to lecturers, processing guys. But why would fellow students be booking hostel and reselling at that amount? I've not seen anybody selling below 220,000.
Let's say I give you money to pay school fees for me. You pay the school fees, you have my login details. I don't want hostel. You having my login details, you now book hostel with my name and sell it to somebody else. It's a fraudulent activity.
They can book a hostel space secretly, then put extra charge up to 200k.
A correspondent who visited the university reports that the renovation works have been completed in most hostels, as some students have moved in, but some rooms are still unoccupied. Now, the National University Commission, NUC, has raised the application fee for establishing private universities in Nigeria from 1 million naira to 5 million naira. The Commission also raised the processing fee for application for the establishment of a private university from 5 million naira to 25 million naira. The Commission's Executive Secretary, Abdullahi Ribadu, in a statement said the increase is for better coordination and to ensure that newly established private universities are positioned to meet the challenges of the 21st century. Away from that, Transparency International has ranked Nigeria as the 36th most corrupt country in the world. Nigeria was joined by Uganda, Mexico, Madagascar, Iraq, and Cameroon in the same spot with a total score of 26 points. The list ranks Denmark as the least corrupt country with 90 points, Finland as second with 88 points, and Singapore as third with 84 points. South Sudan, Somalia, and Venezuela are the most corrupt countries in the world for the year in review. The ranking was released today. We go on a short commercial break. At the Edo Assembly on Monday is generating controversy on social media, fueling his alleged romance with a female lawmaker. In sports, Manchester United are ready to submit a bid of 40 million euros for Barcelona's 21-year-old Spain left-back Alejandro Balde in the summer.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
The U.S. President Donald Trump says if Hamas does not release all remaining hostages from Gaza by midday on Saturday, Israel should cancel the ceasefire and let hell break out. President Trump said this ahead of his meeting with Jordan's King Abdullah later. The U.S. president also suggests that he may withhold aid to Jordan and Egypt if they don't cooperate with his plan to take control of Gaza and resettle the population in the two countries. On Monday, Hamas said it would delay the release of Israeli hostages until further notice, accusing Israel of breaching the Gaza ceasefire agreement.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Now that's a wrap on the news this afternoon. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. Rivers Attorney General Falana and others have reacted to the Supreme Court ruling on Governor Fubara's case. Family of late Maxwell Ebole is demanding answers from police over his death. Transparency International has ranked Nigeria as the 36th most corrupt country in the world. On the foreign scene, US President Trump warns Israel to cancel the ongoing Gaza ceasefire if Hamas fails to release remaining hostages. The news was edited by Onyeka Chimosu. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Moyale. Many thanks for listening.